Hello, everyone. My name is Emily. So, welcome to my page, Emily Clava. And today is another episode of the Digitalk with Emily. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you because we're on different time zones. And today we have a very special guest. She joins us from the UK. And I'm very thankful that she gave time for this interview, even though she is very busy. And so, without much further ado, help me welcome Lillian. Hello,
Hi,
Lillian.
hello,
How are
hello,
you today?
everybody.
How's the
I'm
weather
very
there in
well, thank
UK?
you.
I haven't been to the UK. I
Well,
want to visit that
it,
country
it,
one day, hopefully next
you
year.
should, you should.
Yeah, I will find
It's
you.
a bit warm today. It was a bit warm today, so yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you today. Even though we have not met in
Yeah,
person because, we are online and we get to meet everyone mostly, in our community. So thank you for this interview opportunity, even though we have not met yet. And so,
that's okay.
okay, Lillian, we know your name is Lillian, but please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for having me today, Emil. My name is Lillian, and I am a statistician by profession. Or if it's easier for you, you could call me a data analyst. I can fall into that category as well. I am a mom of two kids. I'm married. I have two children, and I'm also a digital business owner. I am originally from Nigeria, but I reside in the United Kingdom with my family. And one fun tip about me, I taught myself to sew. So that's a brief introduction of who I am. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Very brief, but says a lot about you. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're a data analyst.
Yes,
Easy to say that,
data.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, our interview actually is going to be like more like a conversation between the two of
sure.
us. It's not like number one, number two. No, I want to be like an exchange of idea about our discussion about our digital business. Okay,
Yes.
so a lot of reasons why we're doing this business. So were we looking for a side hustle, Lillian? Were you?
Why? Why? Why was I looking for
Wait,
a side hustle?
yeah. Were you looking for one? Because I was.
I was. I
Mm-hmm.
was. I was. So before the pandemic, I wouldn't
Yes.
anyone I wouldn't have been that person that would be looking for a side hustle. But I
Oh.
think what the pandemic did for me was help me to have some reflection, reflection
Mm-hmm.
on life, on how short
Yes.
life can be,
Right.
on how I was currently living my life, and how I suddenly desired more. Like before the pandemic, I was more around, go to work, you get your promotion, that's the way it works. They get more money,
Mm-hmm.
you go come back home, you look after the kids, and it was just such a triangle life, let me put it that way. And the pandemic helped me realize that there's more to life than just doing all of this. And
Right.
I suddenly felt that desire to do something different for myself. I just wanted more. I then started exploring options. Okay, what can I do? How can I, get that more that I desire for myself? I
Mm-hmm.
remember after the pandemic, I found myself attending seminars on how to own a property, how to flip a property. If you're in the UK, you will know what flipping is, what to do. Flipping is just basically renovating an abandoned house, renovating it, and then selling it on. You make profit on that. I remember attending several webinars, but the only drawback for me was the capital because such businesses required a huge amount of capital, and I had no
Right.
money anywhere because I
Mm-hmm.
have young children and I really want them to give them the best. So all of my savings, all of my income was diverted towards them.
Correct.
So it was then I started searching, okay, what I need something, God. Like I literally remember praying in January 2022, God, I
Yes.
need something, please.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to do something by the side. Can you show me
Yeah.
something that would not interfere with my life, would not interfere with my career, would not interfere with my family, as it were?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, so that's how I started looking for something to do. So I wasn't actively looking. The way God works, I don't know if you're a Christian, but the way God works, He works in ways that we sometimes do not really understand. And just to summarize or to cut the long story short, basically, someone that I hadn't spoken with since high school
Uh-huh.
suddenly came to my radar, and then started talking to me about this business opportunity. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. So yeah, we had a conversation after months of thinking because of course I was skeptical. But after
Mm-hmm.
months of doing my research, thinking, I decided to give it a go, and here I am today. So yes, I was looking for, and then one more thing that made me really think about something else again. It was also during the pandemic, because when you were home, you have lots of time. You suddenly have time to watch a lot of TV, and I remember watching TV one evening and I saw an elderly couple on a boat
Okay.
cruise. And I said,
Uh,
wow, this is the kind of life I'd like to live when I retire, This is something I'd love to do. And then you look at the
mm-hmm.
small print and then it goes, oh, it costs £3,000 per person for 2 weeks. And I'm
I
like,
know.
okay, £3,000 per person. Fantastic. I then go to look at my pension pot as it were today.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, what I saw as my projected pension would not even scratch the surface of such a cruise. So those were my motivating factor, the desire to live life to the fullest, to give my children better, and to save more for my golden years. That's what made me start looking for something to do.
I see. That's very understandable, and your story is very relatable too. And you know what, Lillian? I would listen to you all day. You sound so calm. I need to listen to you very often. That way, I will talk like you because I really talk fast. I have that problem, talking fast. So I have to listen to you every day
Thank you.
to change the way I speak. Anyway, my story about I was also looking for something, for a side hustle. I've been a stay-at-home mom for a long
Okay.
time. I've been
Mm,
home, for my youngest son, basically for him, the youngest one, and he was graduating from high school in 2022. So to me, I have fulfilled much of my mommy duties, right? And I know he was going to college, so I can have more time, and I don't like wasting time. And so I said, if only I can do something, but I didn't want to return to the workforce because I have been away from the workforce for like over a
well,
decade,
yeah.
like a decade. Yeah, I used to work as a nurse. And as a nurse, if you've been gone that long, you have to take some refresher courses, and it would take
Mhm.
months and commute to the city, which I didn't want to do anymore because of the horrible stories I hear that the traffic is so bad. And then taking the BART is like, a nightmare now. The crazy people getting on board the BART
Yeah.
train. So I didn't want to do with that on a daily basis. So I started looking for something and I found this business on Facebook. Um, I didn't do it yet in 2020 because, like I said, I know I was gonna have a lot of time, and so I wanted to do something to make me busy, keep me busy. I started this blogging site to share my faith in God, and that's
Mhm.
what I did in 2022. And then months later, like almost a year later, I said, okay, I've done that. I think I also have time to do some other things. And so I saw this again on Facebook, interestingly. And so I click on that, and to my surprise, it's the same business, the same digital business. So I realized, wow, this is really going to a lot of places now. I mean, really are, because when I saw this webinar in 2022, they flash as many faces, like where, it could be like a Photoshop, right? And so when I saw this business again last year, I
Yeah.
realized that there's really a lot of members in this community. So I decided I wanted to do this business, and that's why I'm doing this. And I know that I'm doing this for the right reasons, for awesome reasons, and that's why I'm here. And look, I'm meeting people left and right, even across the pond. The UK, the
Yes.
Netherlands, Denmark, hopefully somewhere in Asia. Oh yeah, actually I had interviewed some Asian teammates, but they're now in California or
Okay.
in Canada. I want somebody from
Oh,
there.
right.
Yeah. Okay. So well, that's it for our first discussion. Now, why this digital business? Why this one? There's so many out there. I mean, if you just browse online, I mean, you would see so many businesses, left and right. They're everywhere. But why this, Lillian? For
So,
you?
I was fortunate not to be exposed to other variants of digital business. Like, I had only tried to look for something traditional, and
Yes,
something traditional would require like a very hefty startup cost. It will require my
exactly.
time,
Yes.
and there will be lots of running costs which I didn't have the funds for. So I just said a prayer to God, and
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate to be directed to this business straight away. So by my friend, she spoke to me about
Mm-hmm.
it. And I think the reason why I thought this business would be good for me is because of the flexibility that it offered. I think
Yes.
that was the
Yes.
main attraction for me.
Mm-hmm.
The main attraction was the flexibility. The other attraction was the community. I love meeting people.
Mm.
I absolutely love meeting people. So
I'm happy meeting you today.
yes. So it just felt right, for me. So that was why I decided to do it. I didn't yeah, it took me some time to get on, but when I did get on, I have not had any reason to look back. But it's more around the flexibility that it offered because I could manage my time, manage to run the business at my own pace, at my own time, with no pressure from anybody.
Right.
That was my main attraction as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's been my experience. So that's why this digital business is flexible
It is.
and
I mean, I
everything
think
seems
this is really
legitimate
very
to me. It
friendly.
is legitimate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very. It can be questioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay,
not
keep
like,
going.
because I do recall asking my mentor at the time
Mm-hmm.
that how do you make income and is it legal? Because I value my integrity.
Yes, of course.
I'm not gonna I wouldn't I work full time. I'm not going to jeopardize my family name.
Right.
I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
jeopardize my character and my integrity. So that
Right.
was something that was also very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And she reassured me that
Mm-hmm.
it was a legal entity and that I would have to pay my taxes. And of course, if
Yes.
there's anything you pay your taxes for, then it's legitimate. So that was why this, because I know that there are some businesses you don't have to pay your taxes because you can hide, but you can't hide with this.
Yes. Under the table, you mean, right?
Yes,
Yes.
you can't hide
Mm-hmm.
with this one. So
No.
that is why this business, yeah.
Yeah, this business really very friendly to families, young families, to those who are working, especially with like yourself, because you get the flexibility is really fantastic. A lot of things we can like about this business, and for me, it has ticked up a lot of boxes, to starting a business. Like you said, brick and mortar business is not for everyone. I mean, it would require tons of money to even start one, and if you want to go
Yeah.
big, normally you would hire what do you call this now? Some professionals who would do the feasibility studies for you, to see how it's going to be profitable for you in the long run. They will study the market, the location, even
Mhm.
do the advertising campaigns for you. Everything costs a lot, and it's not like they're gonna do it on one day. It will take weeks, not even
Yeah.
if not months. And in our digital business, you can be up and running as soon as your paperwork have been processed. You can just go on,
Yes.
start your Facebook page. That's where we do it, right? And we
Yep.
can start our business into no a month, right? So that's the
2 weeks,
beauty of it.
actually. Some people can be up and running in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, that's even short.
Yeah.
But you can actually
Yeah.
already be on Facebook and promoting yourself that you are there.
Mm.
So that's the beauty of this. And then of course, like you said, flexibility. I mean, like it's working for you. I mean, you can be like anywhere because we can take it with us. It lives on our
Yeah.
phones, right? And if we are the type who would do live videos, when we see something interesting on the road, we can just stop and take a video there, either recorded or live. And it's promoting our business already. So there are so many ways to run this business, and the community, like you said. I mean, it's just I have done so many businesses. I've been here in the
Okay.
US since 1992, and I've done so many, but nothing like this. I mean, in our community, I'm really doing it with my team, with you. You know, we do things together. We know teamwork
Yes.
because it really works. And yeah, there's no crab mentality here because that is very predominant back in my home country. I don't know if it's true, back in
Yeah.
Nigeria, but yeah. But we know about this crab mentality there in the Philippines, and we don't do that here because we care about collective success, not just individual successes, right? And so many things actually. And if we're going to mention every one of them, I mean, we're gonna sound like a broken record every time we do an interview with another,
Yes.
a
Yeah.
fellow business partner. So we leave the rest for some other time, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, what challenges have we have come our way since doing the business, and how did we resolve them, or do we still have them to this day, Lillian?
Oh, so one of the things that really bothered me was how I'm not very social media savvy.
Ah,
I used to
yeah.
have just one Facebook account and that was it. I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
call myself a creative person. So I was very nervous about that at the start. I was like, how am I going to do
You
this?
are the
Because
analytical
immediately,
person.
yes, I am more. And that's why I decided to take this challenge up actually, because on the one hand, I was nervous, but on the other hand, I'm like, why can't I? I mean, it may take me some time, but I'm going to learn, and it's good to learn something
Mhm.
new. And I always pride myself in teaching myself to sew from scratch. Like I had no teacher.
Yes.
I was just following a series of YouTube videos, and that's how I taught myself to sew. So I just felt if I could do that, I should be able to do this. But it
Wow.
was something that made me nervous in the beginning because I wasn't really one to come out on social media. You wouldn't see me on social media like that. I was just a silent observer. I wouldn't be live like this now. No, I wouldn't be
Mm.
because I lacked the confidence
Mm-hmm.
to present. But
Mm-hmm.
see me now. Over time, I've become so good at, well, I believe
Yes.
I've improved because the feedback you gave me just now, which is I talk like very calmly, it's over time. I used to talk very fast like yourself.
Really? I can see hope.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah,
I
you're
used to
very
talk
calm.
very
I
fast
like
for
that.
you. Yeah. But I would say that when I started, one of the reassurances I got from my mentor and from the community was that there was training available, which
Mm.
is so amazing. I cannot underestimate the effect or the
Thank
learnings
you
I've had from the
for mentioning
training.
that.
Yes, it's really helped. It's so
Mhm.
step by step. Like
It
anyone
is.
can literally follow the videos and get
Yeah.
going. Like they will just be on. I have found
Mhm.
myself becoming more creative. It almost feels like there's a part of me that was hidden that is now being
Mm.
um that is now
Mm.
brought out as a result of this business. So for me, this business is not
Personal
just
growth.
financial. It's not just financial, it's self-development, it's personal
Mhm.
growth, it's networking. And all of
Yes.
these are vital for success in anything you do, even
Yes.
in your day job. So my challenge was coming out, but I'm here now. So if I
You
can't
are
do
here
it, anyone
now.
can.
You should be hiding in the first place.
I
Well,
know.
for me, well, for me, Lilian, it's the same thing, same story. Because like I said, I don't know if I said it today or yesterday because I had an interview yesterday too, but there was already go live on
Okay.
Facebook back in 2017. I think it started in 2017, but I didn't do any of that go live videos because I'm just not a talking person in front of the camera, and if it's live, you can take it back. You have to be careful what you say, right? And how you present yourself. And if you're not into talking in front of the camera, you could make some mistakes, and you don't want to embarrass yourself and your family to begin with. So when I saw the ad,
Yeah.
right, when I saw the ad on Facebook, it was my mentor. I said, wow, does it mean I have to do what he's doing? And so I said, right. And I said that was my major challenge. So there was a lot of conditioning, and so I think I joined in July of last year, and like maybe about a month later, I started doing the recorded video, or just like about maybe 30-second long. Yeah, just to dip my toes in the water. So yeah, that's what I did, and until it got better. Like you can just do go live anytime, which is it's not to brag, but it's just to show that this business really is helping us grow personally and
Yes. Yes.
finding friends. I've heard many times that friends are a blessings from God, and so to find friends in our community with Lillian is really a gift, and I'm very thankful to God for that alone. And to really
Yes,
believe
absolutely.
to really believe in community support, because I never believed in that. You know, is like an eye opener for me. Like there's really goodness in humanity. There is still is goodness.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a good point you brought up actually,
Mhm.
because when I think back, I haven't ever run a business before, but when I look at the people that I know that have started businesses, they
Yes.
do it all by themselves. They have to figure it out
Yes.
themselves. They have to work it out
Mm-hmm.
themselves. If there's any block
Yes. Hmm.
challenge, they have to work it out themselves. But it's not the way, it's not like that here. And that's one thing that I really, really appreciate about the model. You're never alone. You get support from people
Right.
and you learn every day. There is no day that I don't learn something new in this
There
business.
is
Yeah.
no day that I don't reach out to my mentor. How about that? So that's the beauty of this business. I never felt alone at all because I know I have a coach and a mentor. And unlike in other business models, you have to pay a premium to have a coach. And sometimes it only is good for like 30 days or maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
And you have to pay a lot of money to have one. Whereas in ours, it comes, with the membership. So that is, and you can go back to the training every now and then when something is like, we put
Yes.
things right. So it's not like you only have access to it the first 2 weeks. No, it's not like that. And they keep on revising, modifying the training. So we're always like in up to par in our right doing the business. It's really beautiful. These
Yes.
any
And
challenges though? Any other
any
challenge that
challenges
maybe is
still?
still ongoing?
Well, it's the challenges will always be there,
Oh,
managing
that's
my
true.
time much effectively, trying to balance everything up, setting everything up and just balancing it all. That's a challenge in itself because I have a family, I have a day job, right? And
Mm-hmm.
just not enough time in the day. So it's a constant
Thank
um
you. Mm-hmm.
what's it called, prioritizing challenge going on. But it's fine. The beauty of this business is you don't need to spend so much time on it anyway, because the model, the strategy, everything, like the way
Mm-hmm.
it's set up, it is running in the background. All I just need to do is just basically respond to inquiries and all of that. But there are days I
Yeah.
need to do a bit. There are days I need to do a bit more, and that's fine. I try to find time. So it's just constantly juggling the time. But that's okay. It's
Yes.
a fact, it's a normal thing with life. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the challenge, but then it's not as great as, if you are doing another business because we don't have to go to a physical location to open the business, to be open
Mhm.
for, business right that day. We don't have to hire another help, like let's say two people to run the business so then we can go on vacation. We don't have to do that because it comes, it's on our phones. We take it with us. So it saves a lot of money, come to think of it, doing this kind of business compared to doing a brick and mortar business. So, well, for me, another challenge, because I don't have your challenge because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't really have to commute to work. And my kids, they're grown. One is already an adult. The other one is in college. He's home right now because semester's over. So I just cook. That's all I do. And but my other challenge, actually, I think it's also the challenge for most of us is like to getting everyone watching us, with the posts that we have on our pages and the go lives and interviews. Maybe others are still trying to find it difficult for them, hard for them to do it because of what they see us doing, like doing these interviews or goals. Maybe they're not like ready to do any of this. So, I just tell them that they don't have to, it will come to them at the right time, but
Mhm.
don't let it deter them, to
Yes.
this business, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's always good to give yourself challenges actually, because that's the way you grow and learn. Coming out of your comfort zone is really a step towards growth and towards
Yes. Step by
expansion.
step. Mhm.
If you keep doing what you are familiar with, you don't give yourself room to develop, you don't give yourself room to discover yourself, you don't give yourself room to grow.
Mhm.
And it's always
Mhm.
best to try to give yourself a little bit of challenge, a little bit of a stretch there,
A little
and
bit.
you will just be amazed at what your capabilities are. Because I know we all have
Mhm.
it in us to do wonderful things. We just need to believe in ourselves a bit more.
Right, right. And with the time management, we all can work it out. That is true. It's up to us how to handle our time, our
Yeah.
priorities, right? And we have to just, decide which one is more important. I know that the present time is important, but we also have to take care about the future too, because we're not going to be here for the rest of our lives, watching our kids. If so, we want to leave something to them, and this is what I also like about the business, the ability to pass it down generations. Like,
Yes.
isn't it wonderful? you can
It is
they can
wonderful.
inherit this business.
Mhm.
So that's amazing. So they just have to
Yes.
continue where you left off, things like that.
Yep.
So Lillian, any final words you can give to our fence sitters?
Fence sitters. You gain nothing by sitting on the fence.
Yeah,
It's either you
they
take
can fall out
action.
of. Yeah, we can help them. Right?
You don't make progress by sitting on the fence. Anyway, I would
Usually there's a
say it's
gate,
okay
right?
to. Sorry?
There is a gate sometimes.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you
So
said.
usually there's a gate, right?
A
If it's like a
gate.
fence area, there usually is a gate
Yeah.
to get into the other side, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Use it as a gate.
yeah,
I like I'd like to encourage you to just get inside, like come in, look
yeah,
around,
right.
and then make a decision from there. You would not be able to make an informed decision by sitting on the fence. It's not. You will just be making a decision based on noise, hearsay. So come in, you know, ask your questions, study everybody, do your
Right.
research, look into things, and then if you still decide that it's not for you, at least you know that you've made that decision from a place of information and knowledge
Correct.
as opposed to
That is
being on
correct.
the fence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's what I will say to you, fence sitters. Stop sitting on the fence. Just do it. Just come in
Because
and
you
then
don't really
decide
want
for
to live the
yourself.
rest of your life wondering if this is for you or not, right? And
Exactly.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not a good idea to be just watching things happen,
Mhm.
right? When they could also try it out and do it, do the business. And we are here to
Yeah.
welcome them, with open arms and help them as well. Because, like we say, this is a community effort. We
Mhm.
collective success is what we go after. And yeah, and like maybe some are like watching us see how far we would go and see maybe what kind of results we can bring to the table, right? But then everybody's different. Maybe they will have a different success,
Exactly.
right? They have a different market, they have a different target audience. So maybe, right?
See,
Come to think of
and
that.
that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this business. Like you can sit down and decide to wait for me. It may take
Mm-hmm.
me. This is different, right? Everybody is different. Every individual is different.
Mm-hmm.
It may take me
Mm-hmm.
longer to get to a certain level. But if you had started at the same time as myself, you
Mm-hmm.
would have even surpassed me. And that is allowed
Yes,
in the business,
they could advance.
So you would
Yeah.
have
Mm-hmm.
surpassed me. So
It's Yes, that's the
why are
beauty
you
of this
waiting to see
business.
what will happen to me first?
Yeah.
Yeah, why? Why
I
do you
know.
need to see what's going to happen to me first before
Mm-hmm.
you decide that you want to do
Yes.
the business? Why? How has my success? What has my success? Like your success
It
is
does
not
not make
dependent
sense.
on mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
I know it's not.
dependent.
That's
It
not a
is
good
in
mindset.
no way. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is in no way dependent on my own success. So what are you sitting down there waiting for, watching me?
Yes. Yes. That's right. Well,
I think
Lillian,
it's
thank you so
just you
much
just
for
need
the
to do
wise
a mindset
words.
shift. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we lived in Germany for a few years because my husband was in the service. And
Okay.
yeah, and but it was like in the 90s. So we're planning to go to Europe hopefully next year, because we never
Oh,
visited UK. We've been to the Netherlands and Belgium, but not, you know, UK. So I want us to the UK sometime.
wow.
Okay, nice meeting you today, and thank you for the wise words. Thank you for the time spent with us, and I hope that I could interview again, maybe when there's another milestone, right?
Sure,
So
I'm here anytime. And thank you very much for to those that were watching. I'm not sure who, but I know there were some people watching us. Thank you for joining
let's see.
us
There are
this
some
evening.
comments here. Thank you for mentioning that. My goodness, I get so busy listening to you. Okay, well, thank you, Sally. She's actually in Denmark. This is partner in Denmark. Okay. Oh wow, you already responded to them. And Annie, she's a
Yes.
good friend of mine. We just had this interview yesterday. Yeah, she's in South Carolina. Well, thank you for doing all this commenting back, Lillian, because I was just really busy listening to. I like listening to your voice, very calm. I have to listen to you every day so that I can sound like you, like very calm. Because I get excited. It's like I have a lot of things I want to say, and they're all in my head, and they all want to come out at the same time. So that's why I talk fast. So, well, thank you so much. And everyone watching now, everyone who's going to watch later, thank you all. And hopefully you get some,
Yep.
gold nuggets here and really encourage you to do something because life is short and it's beautiful, but it's up to us to see the beauty of it. We can make it even more beautiful when we do
Yep.
something that's right. Lillian, okay, your final words, please, my friend.
Oh, my final words. Stop sitting on the
Yes.
fence. Life is what make your life worth living. Stop. Don't let's not let's stop. Let's break this rat race of 9 to 5, 9 to 5.
It's tiresome. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so tiresome.
It is
Like, and
tiring.
what do you
Yeah.
get? I mean, actually there are so many nurses, healthcare workers in our community. Come to think of it, they make decent money already. But why are they doing this? Because we are not going to be forever young. We're not going to be healthy the whole time. We're gonna,
Yes.
and we are just another employee. We can be replaced, And when you get to your certain
Yes.
age, it's difficult to
Yeah.
look for a job already. So we got to have a backup plan now, and the time is now to do that.
Yes.
All right,
The time is
wonderful.
now.
Thank you, Lillian.
Absolutely.
Any more you would like to add?
Thank you. Oh no, I think I'm fine. The time is now.
Okay. Save the other ones for later, right? All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching
All
this,
right.
and I hope that you will stay tuned in. For the next interviews. Do you also do interviews in the UK? So, Lillian, do you also have an
Sorry?
interview hosting? Do you interview also? Do you have like a platform like this to
Yes,
interview
yes.
a fellow business partner? Oh, wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I can't
do.
really
I
see
do
the
interview.
website. Oh, yeah, by the way, we are going to have a webinar tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Or
Feel free to
1 a.m.
register in
UK
either
time on Friday.
websites. Yeah. Oh, what for you? What time is it there in the
1 a.m.
UK?
UK Friday.
Oh
1
wow, yeah.
a.m.
But
UK.
they can watch a replay, right? If it's not convenient for them.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Well, thank you everyone. Next time again. Thank you, Lillian. Nice meeting you here.
Thank
Bye for
you. Nice
now.
meeting you. Bye.
Bye.